I was just making a video where I was talking about like it is hard to overcome the overthinking when you're doing something, where you're taking some actions. If you have some motivation, but you are trying to do some things you already started, but there's always some thoughts in your head, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do it like that. Or I don't really think I'm doing that in a right way. But what I realized while I was talking about it, I had this feeling that, oh man, I'm at this right moment when I'm talking about this problem, I'm doing the same. I'm trying to make it like the perfect explanation of the problem that I got. And I was making a lot of like cuts, and I was saying it all the way again, like just trying to be perfect, because there are some rules on YouTube that, oh, you have to grab a viewer's attention the first 30 seconds. Oh, you have to be engaging. Oh, there's some things that you cannot say or you have to say in order for keep this retention on your video. And while I'm trying to hold all of those things in my head, I'm starting recording with no plot, with no text, just with my own thoughts, and I'm saying something, I'm saying something, but at the same time, I have this feeling that, oh, maybe I'm doing that wrong, I have some mistakes. I'm not saying that perfectly how it should be for YouTube to reward me with pushing my videos more into the For You page, or how you call that. And I was thinking like, man, I'm just talking about this right now. I'm talking about this problem, and I'm making the same mistake that I'm talking right now about. I'm trying to be perfect, and that's the thing. If you want it to be perfect, like, it won't never be perfect. It's that thing that's quantity over the quality. And I know that I'm making a lot of mistakes right now. I'm making a lot of pauses. I'm stuttering a lot because, I'm not perfect. I'm just learning that. And if I'm trying to make it like the best, I don't think that's worth it, I mean, there's gotta be some sort of balance. And yeah, to the topic that I wanted to talk about is that I think Forrest Gump is the greatest movie of all time. I mean, one of the, because it shows us that doing some things, like, you're looking at him, and it's just the person who does not overthink at all. He has no second thoughts. He won't ever like say to himself, oh, maybe that's not worth doing, or he wouldn't find some sort of excuses. He knows that just by doing that he could achieve something. And if he is actually bad right now at that thing, he has no talent at all, he has zero experience with some stuff like that, still he's gonna try that. And he knows if he put enough amount of hours into that endeavor, then he's gonna achieve some results, no matter like what he thinks or what other people could think of him. Have his goal, and he knows that if he just doesn't stop, if he's not going to stop, he's gonna achieve it. And like, he has basically zero overthinking, and that is insane. That is something that we are trying to understand for like many years, like how we can do something but at the same time not to have some doubts, or like yeah, he just exploded. And that's it. It's that easy to understand, but so hard to imply, because you know why? There is no Forrest Gumps in our world. And it's never gonna be, because that process of overthinking, it's never gonna go anywhere. And what I'm trying to say is that it's always gonna be there. No matter what you're gonna do, no matter how you're gonna think about the process or what you want to do, this process of overthinking is not going anywhere at all. You can try to, manipulate yourself into thinking that, okay, I ain't gonna think that much right now, but those thoughts, they're gonna stay there. And the only thing that you can change about it is not like by suppressing those thinking processes that you already have in your mind, but by just by realizing that you have those kind of thoughts, and you can keep living with them. And the other good example is taking cold showers. It's a really good practice because no matter what, you're never gonna get comfortable by putting yourself under the cold shower, It's always gonna be some discomfort, and this feeling, your skin's never gonna be like ready for that, You can get, used to that by standing for quite amount of time, like just being in a cold shower. But lately, if you're doing that 2 times, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, your skin, how it's gonna react to the cold exposure, it's not going to change. The only thing that is going to change is that you know what's gonna happen. You know that you're gonna have this feeling, and the same feeling is like that your skin, how it reacts to the cold exposure. It's basically the same feeling that anxiety that you got from overthinking, and your skin, as I've said, it's never gonna get used to cold exposure because it's our basic, I don't even know, like instruction of our body, something like that. And you're never gonna be able to really, you're not, like, by taking cold showers, you're not trying to change your skin, like how it's gonna react to the temperature, but you're changing your own perception. Because the last time you overthink that, it's gonna be cold, it's the less anxiety you have, and it's gonna be easier for you to get into that cold shower because you have less overthinking process. You don't really think about how cold it's gonna be or whatever. But yeah, you're just gonna have less of those thoughts. And that's the thing I was trying to explain. The more you do something, your thoughts aren't going anywhere. The more you do that thing, the better you're aligned to be in harmony with those thoughts. So you're just gonna accept them. Okay, yeah, here are those thoughts, here they are, and just basically I can accept that feeling. I'm not afraid of being anxious. I'm not afraid of anything. And you know what it feels like? It feels like your whole life you're not trying to You're not trying to improve how your brain works. It's you who's actually trying to get, to get some control out of your brain. It ain't gonna change. And that's wild. Your brain, how it works, because, it's all about our ancestors. Like, our brain's gonna be the same. You cannot evolve it while you're improving yourself. Those are basically two different, like, constants. And for real, I think that is, like, a constant that we got. And we can't change constants. So yeah, imagine if Forrest Gump would overthink his every other decision. If he would like think, oh, maybe I shouldn't go in that business, or maybe I shouldn't run, or maybe I shouldn't play table tennis. Like, I'm not so good at it, and there are plenty amount of other players who's like better than me, and it takes a lot of time to get better. No, not a single thought of that. But it cannot be a Forrest Gump. I mean, there are some people, I think, on a spectrum, who Asperger syndrome, I think it's called like that, and they don't really have this in their brains. They don't really have that, I don't know, feeling of being scared of doing something, because you would see a lot of outcomes, how it could be like, what I'm saying, just basically overthinking. They're not doing that, and that's, I think, I wouldn't say that's like they're being superhumans, but maybe they're like, I know they lack a lot of social interactions, and that's the problem that they got, because with no overthinking, they could say whatever they want, and like, maybe sometimes you need some sort of a filter. But yeah, and there are plenty of things that you have to keep track of while trying to prove it your passion or whatever. But at least you should have fun with it. That's what I think. I have really a lot of fun while recording these videos. I know that I can get better, and those skill of like talking, speaking, like with no plot or scenario, or just like everything that I have on my mind. And that's, I think, a really great skill to have. Playing Minecraft is also, I really like it. And in order to have some results, I still have to overthink a bit. But that overthinking, it could be like, it could help me, because I ain't perfect. And I think there is difference between overthinking and have a critical thinking, So, and if you can feel that quite narrow difference, that I think you can achieve whatever you want. So yeah, that's it.